Good morning, Miss. Today, we would like to present to you about the muscular power. And within the muscular power, there are two kinds of tests. The first test is the vertical jump test, and the second test is the standing board jump test, presented by me, Muhammad Nazmie bin Ali Ahmad, and Yusnizam and Nazmie. Let us proceed. The introduction. The vertical jump test is a test for lower body power, and first described nearly 100 years ago by Surgeon in 1921. A vertical jump test is an act of jumping upwards into the air. It is also a standard test for measuring the power output of an athlete, referred to as sergeant jump. And the equipment needed to do this test, is first the blackboard or walls, measuring taps or marked walls, chalk for marking walls, and jump mat. And this is the procedure for vertical jump test. Before the test, athletes need to do a warm-up for 5 minutes, and they must aware that no shuffle step or side step that are allowed. And athlete must need to stand next to a wall on their right side if right is their dominant hand, meaning they must use their dominant hand to face the wall. Holding a piece of chalk, athlete extend their arm above their head, leaving the first mark he or she can reach, the starting point for the first mark. And the athlete should perform a jump beginning with a rapid counter movement action. We will see the rapid counter movement action within the upcoming video. The counter movement should not be too shallow for maximum jump height, and the athlete must jump straight up as high as possible using the upper extremities to achieve highest vertical jump. Athletes should be standing in an athletic position to avoid further harm. And mark the wall of the blackboard at the highest point in each jump, or walls. Each jump need a rest for 30 seconds before starting the second or third attempts. Only 3 attempts are allowed, and jump heights are calculated by measuring the distance between two chalk marks, the first mark and the second mark. And this is the video of vertical jump test. This is the beginning of the test, so the athlete must first using their dominant hand facing the wall and using the chalk. Standing up straight, and this is the rapid counter movement. It should not be too shallow as the video shows. Using the upper extremities. And this is the athletic position. And that is the example for the chalk marks. And the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages of this test. This is the simple and quick to perform test, and it provides a direct measurement of vertical power. But the disadvantages of this test is the technique plays a part in maximizing your score, as the person must time their jump so the wall is marked at the peak of the jump, meaning you must also have a lot of control on your timing to score the highest mark. And this is the vertical jump test score by gender, rating from excellent to very poor. As for male, it should be over 70 centimeters is excellent, and below 21 is very poor. And as for the females, it must be above 60 centimeters to be excellent, and below 11 to be very poor. And in males, the excellence inches, they must reach above 28, and below 8 inches is considered to be very poor. As for female, they must reach above 24 to be excellent, and below 4 to be very poor. And the conclusion and suggestion. The jump height can be affected by how much you bend your knees before you jump and the effective use of the arms. It is important for each tester to use the same jump method from test to test, otherwise result with very meaning reliability is poor. Meaning they must use their upper extremities to have the better influence in their jump. That's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah, hello, Miss. Now I will continue from Nazmie. My name is Yusnizam and Nazmie. I will present about the standing broad jump test. First of all, the standing broad jump test was also once an event at the Olympic Games. This test can help our to measure the explosive of our leg, and then a good way to access many sports such as track and field, basketball, and volleyball. But the performance in this standing broad jump is assessed by the total jump distance. Okay, now we go to the video of standing broad jump test. Okay, for the first step, stand with feet shoulder width apart and toes just behind to take off line. So the second step is swing the arm back and forward and rhythmically bending the knees to about 90 degrees. Now is the step 3, take off and land with both feet. So this is don't do that in the standing broad jump test. So for the first thing, we do not step on the white line before jumping, and then do not double jump, do not fall backward, and to move away or slide your feet when you land. Okay, so we go to the equipment required. For the first thing, we must have the measurement tape to measure distance jump. Then non-slip floor for takeoff. So landing area prepared and commercial jump landing mats. Okay. So this is the method about the standing broad jump test. Okay, first thing, before test, the athlete need to warm up 5 minutes. The second thing, the athlete stand behind a line mark on the ground with feet slightly apart. So a 2-foot takeoff and landing is used with swinging of the arms and bending of the knees to provide power drive. For the subject attempt to jump as far as possible, landing on both feet without falling backward. So only 3 attempts are allowed. And then 30-second time rest before we go to the next attempt. After the test, usually the athlete can do the cooling down in 5 minutes. So this is table standing broad jump test of athlete. For the attempt 1, the result is 2.50 meter, and attempt 2, 2.69 meter, and attempt 3, 2.61 meter. The attempt as a best score is 2.61 meter, and according to the table rating scale for the standing jump is excellent. Okay, this is table of standing broad jump test score. Okay, The table, the table below gives a rating scale for the standing jump test for adults based on personal experience. This table is divided by two males and females. We can see the ratings, centimeter, feet, inch, okay. And then, for example, ratings excellent for the males is 250 and above, but the female only 200 centimeter and above. And then, this is the rating of the rating of the stable for jump test score. Okay, now we go to the benefit of standing broad jump. For the first, the standing broad jump test can explosive strength. It can improve direction of fast twitch muscle fiber throughout the body. Secondly, performance testing. It can help a coach access the progress resulting from strength and plyometric training. Each performance test should contain 3 broad jump. Thirdly, injury prevention. If you emphasize soft landing with each of your box jumps, you can reduce the strain on your anterior, crooked ligament and knee and hips and joint. And for the last things is building broad jump ability. For overall, the standing broad jump test is influenced for length strength. It can help to repetition maximal strength for squat. Now is the conclusion. In conclusion, the standing broad jump test is a complex movement in which the jumper, in order to achieve the longest length of the jump, must execute a combination of very demanding coordinated action. The test result can be influenced by age, gender, and muscle strength because each individual has different head performance. This is the list of reference how we want to collect the data of the ventricle jump and the standing broad jump. Okay, then thank you. That's all from me.